Hi everyone and welcome to this Let's Play of Bound by Flame. My name is Lord Bailey, I will be your gameplay commentator for this series, and I have to say I have been looking forward to this game for quite a while. I have seen quite a lot of promotional materials and the game has a very interesting feel about it. It sort of brings to my mind old Gothic games. I have played about 20-25 minutes of the game just to see if the recording works fine, and I have to say the feel is very similar. If the game lives up to the expectations I have of it, it's gonna be a really good journey. So feel free to tag along if you want to. I will leave the name Vulcan because that's how the character is referred to in the game, so I don't want to spoil that. I will stay male, but definitely change the looks. Something I'm quite disappointed about the game, at least on those early stages, is that you can't really choose your own face and your own hair. You've got like 6 templates and that's more or less it. So there is not a whole lot of variety in there. Probably though there will be some additional contents and download packs, DLCs, whatnot. But from a game that's developed for the new consoles and with modern PCs in mind, I was kind of hoping for a bit more. I think that's our Vulcan. He looks pretty badass. Huge beard, sort of dreadlock hair. I think we can leave him like that. If this is the first video that you have seen on my channel, then welcome first of all, and secondly I'd like to say I am quite slow-paced let's player, so I will probably talk to everyone there is in the game. I will try to immerse myself in the story rather than anything else, and I'll be as thorough as possible and as enjoyable for me. Obviously, if the game will have 5,000 books, I will not read all of them straight away and on camera, but I will try to get as much of the plot of the game as I possibly can. And I've clicked A for some reason and changed the face that I was quite happy with. So let's try not to do anything else and let's go and start the game. I have tried the Buffalo difficulty when I started the game, but I think that would be a bit too difficult for a first playthrough and definitely not entertaining to watch, because I'll be dying quite a lot. So let's go with Hog. I think it is something that's the right difficulty for the first let's play and first playthrough of the game without knowing a whole lot about mechanics.
I shall ever forget the strange series of events that led to my meeting young Vulcan. The peoples of the world had been fearfully whispering about the Ice Lords for the past 10 years, though of course they had been present long before then. The Deadwalker army, an endless horde of undead creatures under the Ice Lord's command, swept down from the mountains in the north, annihilating all resistance on the continent. Each battle only served to swell their ranks with repeated death, and the bloodless world seemed ready to sink into an endless ice age, where there would be no place for the living. There were a few who still tried to stand against the invaders. The elves, who had hitherto remained neutral, and the Red Scribes, a small group of scholars who believed their knowledge might be able to tip the scales. The Scribes had recently engaged the services of a group of mercenaries known as the Freeborn Blades, a renowned company who would become even more so after these events. The Blades were to protect them while they performed a ritual which was intended to change the course of the war.
Great scouts. You can smell them from 50 yards away. So here we are. And just think, the captain wanted me to stay and set up camp. I didn't join the Freeborn Blades to stack pots and dig latrines. But he knows that. He knows his men, and he knows his powder master hates just hanging around. Setting up camp. Now that's what I call being useful. I honestly believe we stay out of this damn war till the end. Well, looks like the end just showed up. The Ice Lords have really done it this time. All of Vertiel is on the brink. Nothing will stop the Deadwalkers. Soon there won't be a town left to fall back to, or even a tavern where you can spend your pay. There's no one left to turn back this filthy, stinking tide, if it were even possible. Let's hope our beloved employers can deliver on their promises. If their big ritual thing doesn't pan out, we're all gonna be left standing here with our asses hanging out. A bunch of chatty priests playing Sorcerer's Apprentice against 7 immortal mages. Sounds great. Anyhow, you have to fight fire with fire, so they say. Damn, they're here already. I better warn the others fast.
So as part of my immersion in the game, I'll try not to talk during the cutscenes and dialogues. We'll see how that pans out. And something that I want to mention, what I found very interesting about this first cutscene, is that skeleton, that undead, really did seem to be clever. I mean, it wasn't just a bunch of bones put together with some magic, without thinking, attacking anything that moves. It actually used shield quite intelligently. It sort of had some sort of awareness of combat tactics. So I'm quite interested how that works in the game. Whether there's going to be an explanation why are undead clever in this world, or maybe that's just how it is and there is no further explanation needed. It's just something I found really interesting and different from some other games.
Hey, enjoy your stroll? Get over here and tell me about it.
I actually do enjoy, yes, thank you. Let's have a quick look what else can we grab before we talk to the captain. I will have a tendency probably to visit the area and explore the area as much as possible before progressing with the story. So if that's something that you find enjoyable, that's great. If not so much, then I hope I won't be too much lingering.
By the looks of you, I'm guessing it wasn't just a quiet stroll. So, what did you see?
The Deadwalkers are already close. I got one of their scouts.
God damn it, Vulcan! I've told you 100 times, recon means observing and reporting, not charging in and fighting without thinking.
I didn't want him to alert all of the others before we were ready for them.
But what if they'd have killed you? Then you wouldn't have been able to alert us before they were ready to attack us. Think for a second. God's blood. We have to get ready for them. Now that you've finally got your ass back over here, you can prepare some traps. Get Peeler to help you place them around the temple. That'll give us some time, and we'll hear them coming.
Yes, sir, Captain.
And if you have questions, you know where to find me.
So I've got a feeling that the captain sort of kind of likes us, although our attitude is not necessarily as obedient as he'd like it to be. The map of your location can always be accessed by this button in the game menu. You can also use this button for a quick map display. I will be reading the information because I want to get my head around the mechanics of the game and controls. It makes it a lot easier further on in the game.
Hey, Vulcan. Can't talk to you right now.
Well, that wasn't very interesting. I have to say the game does look very good. It's not the best looking game I have ever seen, but for an RPG and for this type of game, I think it is pretty amazing. We are playing on the highest settings. I am running it on my GTX 770 and it pulls off nicely. Okay, so that's where we've got our traps from. Then we go here and X, was it? Yeah. We nearly have enough stuff to make 11. Let's make 10 for now. Thank you.
I'll give all these to Peeler. He'll figure it out.
Mr. Peeler, I think he's around the gate. Let's have a quick look around here first. I don't think I can talk to anyone. I've got some more gold and some raw materials. I'm just wondering that raw material is just a generic name for ingredients I can use for crafting, or is it something specific? How do I hide my sword? Well, definitely not like that. Oh, there we go. Something shiny here, so let's take it. Leather. And there is a barrel there as well. So let's grab whatever is in here. Gemstone. I'm not quite sure what one of them does. I think it will be explained at some point though.
Hey Peeler, lend me a hand, will you? We've got to prepare the area before it gets overwhelmed with walking corpses. These are a few treats to welcome our buddies, the Deadwalkers. Booby trap all the access points, and try not to blow yourself up.
Don't sweat it, I can handle it.
I'm not kidding. If you lose an arm, it's gonna be my ass that gets blamed.
I've got a feeling that this Peeler guy, he's like the newbie here. He's like the youngest one. Everyone talks about him in those terms, or at least we talk to him like we are the older one. Do this, do that, be careful, or it's my ass on the line. So it does seem like Peeler would be someone fairly new to the group. So we have to place the traps in very specific places. Just 2 more, and as far as I remember, they're gonna attack us. The first time I've played this bit, I've died so many times, although the difficulty was a bit higher than now. Let's see if I'm any better this time. It's actually quite nice of them that they're sending guy without an arm.
Drive them back. We must hold the esplanade.
Okay, do I get... I do. Okay, so X is for a quick attack, Y is for ranged attacks. In the warrior combat style, press RT to parry the attacks. You can hold RT while moving to continue face your adversary. Okay. Let's try hit and parry, shall we? And hit again, and parry. Ah, there we go. And I think the parry actually takes all the damage of us. So that's quite handy. And another guy with a shield this time. Let's try from behind, shall we? There we go. Although he is quite quick for an undead. Press B to push back your adversaries and break their guard. Like that? Okay, so we can try using this attack from behind and then kill him while he's on the ground, or at least try. I quite enjoy combat in this game. It's not as easy as you would have in hack and slash kind of games, but it's also not as difficult as to make me die on this level, which isn't the easiest, so that's good. Now we've got a guy with a bow. Use the crossbow for ranged attacks. It can be used by pressing LB, which is this one, and X. That's how it's assigned. Okay. Let's for now just deal with him with a sword. Let's try not to waste any ammo, because as far as I'm concerned that comes at a huge price. It is really useful, but also it's difficult to obtain more arrows or bolts or whatever we are using. I think we are using a crossbow, so that would be bolts. There we go. So let's go and destroy the archers first. Yes, I know I can lock on an enemy pressing R. I don't really want to do it just yet. Where's the other archer? You're not an archer, are you? You are. I find the camera to be quite good to follow the main character, but I would like to have an option of zoom. Sometimes you can't really see what you're doing because the camera seems to be a bit too far. Maybe I just haven't worked that out yet and there is a way of zooming in. I've tried that on the gamepad which I'm playing on, and I've tried that on mouse before. I couldn't find an option to do that. Okay, we are dealing quite a lot of damage, not taking a lot ourselves. I'll be dancing around him for a bit. But as long as the enemies are so slow, I don't see a huge problem staying alive. Obviously this is the beginning of the game, so probably the fights will get a bit harder. But to me that's entertaining enough. And we've got our special guest coming in. It is a massive thing.
Fall back! Everybody to the temple, now!
That's actually a great plan, fall back. I admire my captain's tactical awareness. The temple of top of the world. The last occupants of the temple must have fled without asking for their back pay. And I can't read it. That's a bit annoying. Especially that I do enjoy those extra information about the game and lore. And tips. I've got some specters coming in. They are quite difficult to handle. At least I haven't figured the right way of fighting with them without casualties. Basically I've gone in the game as far as to the first boss. I've never finished that fight. But I want this Let's Play to be as blind as possible. I want it to be sort of first impressions kind of thing. I think that works the best for my enjoyment, probably for your enjoyment, and for the review of the game as well, because I obviously will be talking about what I feel about the game and how I think it works out. As I said before, the game has set a huge expectations, at least for me. The bar is raised very high, and I'm just wondering whether it will live up to the expectations.
You go see how Buffalo is getting along with the scribes. He's meant to be guarding their invoking chamber.
Huh? But Captain...
Get out of here! And go find Pila for me while you're gone. I'll give you butt, Captain.
Yes, the captain definitely doesn't like...
Are you coming or what?
Doesn't like our attitude at some times. Which I'm not surprised about. I mean, if you are a captain of mercenary band, you want them to do exactly what they're told. But on the other hand, we are a free spirit, aren't we? I think we could have a quick look there first. Oh, we've got some stones. We can search them. And not a whole lot further in. I don't know if it's just me, but the game seems a bit dark in this place. I know that YouTube makes things even darker, so maybe let's have a quick look at the options, brightness, and set it slightly higher. Oh, there we go. That makes actually a lot of difference. So where do we want to go now? We could go and find Pillar. I think that's where it is. Oh, there's a chest as well. I'm actually wondering, with quests like find this and do that and bring that, should they be already on the map? Shouldn't I be actually looking around and wandering around before I find him? Or maybe it's just in the early stages of the game.
Is everything okay, Buffalo?
As long as I can hear them mumbling, everything is okay. One of those dead things managed to get as far as here, but I killed it before it could interrupt them.
That's good news. The captain's holding the front entry, Hawk's on the west wing, I got the east. Got any idea where Peeler is?
I think I saw him over on the east side. You should find him if you head over there.
Thanks. I hope he's still in one piece. And, you might want to check inside the invoking room. We just came across some specters. Those things can go straight through walls, and they might get in there without asking you first.
Is that so?
Okay, so we've sent him inside. And now let's have a look around and see what else can we do around here. I think there is some stairs down here. And someone's fighting down there, if I'm correct. Oh, I'm just back to the entry point. And I can't jump, it seems. Nope. No, I can't. I might as well be running with a sword in my hand. It is a dangerous place to be in. And we want to be prepared for anything that comes our way. I think I'm in the right place. Is that one of us? It must be. Attacking with the daggers, the ranger combat style is more active. Oh, sorry, the ranger combat style is more active than the warrior style, but the attacks and parries are less powerful. You can now change the combat styles using RB. And this is actually something I see myself progressing in. I very much like this combat style, sort of hit and run kind of thing. And then sneaking comes into place as well. I'm not quite sure what that slow motion does, whether it gives you an opportunity to attack again. With the ranger combat style, B to jump backwards and dodge the attacks. Okay, I know that already. But it doesn't explain the slow motion thing. I'll try to finish one that's got less hit points. And this time we'll definitely go and try to finish. Oh, that's not good. I'll try not to use the potion just yet. I should be... Well, I know I won't be alright. No. Let's drink up. And let's hide. I thought I was going to be alright, but nope. I think the one with a heavy weapon is slightly slower, so if I'll just keep running, I'll be able to single out the archer. Or maybe not. Maybe I should be running the other way then. I like the fact that the health is regenerating at quite fast rate, so I don't have to wait for God knows how long to get my hit points back. And on the other hand, it's slow enough to still make you think in the combat. There we go. With one enemy, it is quite good tactic just to hit and run. When there is two or more, it can be a bit more dodgy, because you can jump away in direction of another enemy, and that's pretty painful, as we've already seen. There we go. Are you dropping anything? Yes, you are. Bones and tainted blood. Whatever that is. Have I been here before? I don't think I have. Or are we going back to the first chamber? Yes, we are. They are still fighting some specters in there, so I'll just leave them to it. And let's go back up and have a quick look around here. I think we are going that direction. I'll save the game. Unfortunately, there is no quick save on the pad, which is something I really like to use. I use quick save a lot in all the games. I don't think that is possible in this one though. Okay, what have we got here? Oh, the sneaking part comes in. Neither of them is paying attention, which is brilliant if you ask me. So let's go into sneaking mode. I'd rather use the wheel than the shortcuts because I never remember them. It's just safer to do it this way. Especially that I think it's not a full pause in the game, they are still moving, just much slower. So this is something like The Witcher 2, where the active pause was sort of slow of time, it didn't stop the time entirely. And it is a bit confusing when you try to jump forward and you actually jump back. One has to remember you can't jump in any direction, it's always jumping back. Sort of like that. If he did a bit better use of his shield, I'd be really struggling to get any damage. And that's what I was just saying about jumping straight into the enemies rather than away from them. Nope. Okay, so how can I efficiently... Oh, from the back, yes, of course. There we go, one down, one to go. I still don't quite get what the slow motion does for me. Whether it just gives you a couple of extra seconds. Oh, that wasn't great. I don't want to use my last... Oh, I have 2 potions actually. I still don't want to use it up. Oh, I could try to sneak again, couldn't I? There we go. Can I pick up while sneaking? I can. Refined metal, bones, lead. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Don't read while sneaking. Don't do that. I guess I will have to use my potion. Thank you. And let's go to the sneaking again. I wonder why did he notice me? Did he just have a chance of... And why is his health back up? I didn't like that. Why does his health reset? That's not cool. It does force you to think tactically and not just hit and run and then hope for them not to reset. But I would like to see some damage being left. Level 2. Okay, what do we have? In the equipment menu, you can upgrade each item by pressing X once it is selected. Make sure you keep the components that interest you. Okay, and I have gained a level as well, so let's do both at the same time. First of all, I think we should find where our weapons are. There we go. And cleaver have 2 slots, dual swords don't have anything. So I'll just leave it as it is. I will not use the cleaver for now. I'll try to go go with the ranger abilities. So let's go here and let's see, we've got 2 remaining points. We can either get damage of daggers plus 10%, no interruption when an enemy parries your attacks, which is good. Changes target during assault. Not quite sure what that would mean in terms of combat mechanics. Enables faster movement in stealth mode, I like that. Enables sprinting in, ranger stance only, combat. Oh, sprinting in combat, I will take that, thank you. Lets you move more quickly while parrying, and then damage taken while moving or dodging minus 10%. I'll eventually get there. And then the reflex, there's more time to repost. I think we'll get plus 10% for daggers with that. And here we will go, we only have 3 perks to choose from for now. I will go for practical, plus 10% experience, the sooner we get it, the more we gain. So in my book that's good enough. And let's just collect whatever they've dropped. Possibly save the game. I'll try to save in 1 slot so I don't have 5,000 save games. And you are a bow hobbler. Why hobblers? What is a hobbler? Come on. I don't think it was quite the sneaking attack, but it did well in... Oh wow! I was just about to say it did well enough. How did I... Ah, there we go. That's how you do it. But it doesn't deal a lot of damage to a Spectre, which you'd kind of expect if you think, which I clearly didn't do. But I don't like how close the other 2 are coming in. Okay, so again, I got that slow motion bit, and I don't really know what to do with it. What can we do? We can leave a trap. They seem to work pretty well. Pretty goddamn well. And again, we've got a disabled guy without an arm, which shouldn't be too much trouble, although I am low on health already. Come on. Come on! Parried pretty well. I just wanted to try that out. It's always an option. Raw metal, tainted blood, and tainted blood 3 times, and hard dust. At some point, probably end of this episode or beginning of the next one, I will have to sit down and read up on those things to find out what they are and what they do. So I'm not like a child in the dark, but for now let's just collect whatever we can. Move on and hopefully not die, which is always a bonus. I actually wonder, while playing with the pad, can I use a quick save from the keyboard? Yes, I can. Okay, that's cool. That should help a lot. So where are we then? We can either go here or we can go towards this chamber. I think Pillar is here, so let's go and talk to... No, sorry, Pillar is there. Going downstairs would be a fight, and I don't want to get myself into another fight just yet. If I remember this level correctly, as I said, I've only played about 20 minutes. Okay, I'm coming.
Get back to the chamber with the others. Can't protect you if you keep wandering around.
Why was he away from the chamber anyway? Okay, you are doing well, so I'll just see if there's any loot in here. Obviously not. I really don't want to fight the Spectre, but I think I have to. I wonder if Pillar can actually die in this fight if I did really poorly. He doesn't have a health bar. But obviously that doesn't mean he's immortal. Hopefully. That will be a huge spoil in the game. There's two really bad things about the games where you have to play as part of a team with another AI. Either AI that dies a lot, or AI that kills everything around you and you're basically not needed. So that's two really boring situations.
Hey, thanks. Without you, I'm pretty sure that jerk would have gotten me killed.
No shit. Next time be more careful, okay? I talked with the captain. He wants to see you.
Oh, shit.
There's a lot of shit going on in this game. Level 3, let's have a look what we can do. I don't think I need the mule for now. I don't have that much stuff on me. But more hit points always come in handy, so let's do that. And we are... well, let's have a look at the path of the warrior as well, because there is like extra high hit points here. Health regeneration in combat is plus 0.50 per second, which is quite a lot. But it's during warrior stance only, so I can't use it if I want to go rogue. Parries from the side, ability to interrupt plus 5. Charging time for assault minus 25 and damage from heavy weapons plus 10%. Now I'll definitely go with a ranger. We can go for higher damage in daggers. And I think that's the way of doing it for now. Or this one gives you discretion plus 100%, so I think I'll be a bit more stealthy. And you can move faster in stealth mode. You know what, for now let's just go for pure damage. And then we'll see where we are with this. There is a chest, I'll have it, and there is some loot on the floor. Obviously that's not the way to pick it up. I do apologize, I'll try to be better. 50 gold, I'm not quite sure if that's a lot or not. Let's quick save it. And what else have we got around? Nothing here, I've already looted this one. Which means that the only place left is down there. So we are going for the tough fight. It is the toughest fight I've actually completed in the game when I was playing the first time. As I said, I've stopped playing on the first boss. Have I seen both those places? Oh, sorry, there is no way of getting through here. I have seen this place. So let's think about it for a second. Let's put some traps in, because they work quite well. We've got 3 of them. Let's put one here and one here. And then, just to make it more fun, let's lure them out with our bow or crossbow. Come on, guys! I would actually prefer if you walked into a trap, never mind. There we go. Come on! I don't want to use any more bows on you. And by bows I mean belts. And by belts I mean bolts. There we go. 3rd time is the charm. Come on. There we go. It's one down. Let's pick up this one because they obviously don't want to come anywhere near me. Which just proves their intelligence. If I go straight to the crossbowman, I should be able to take him down quite easily, so let's try and do that. There we go. So he's down. And I'm nearly down. The crossbow doesn't seem to work that well with the ghosts, so I don't want to use any bolts on them. Is the slow motion just if I get some sort of critical hit or something like that? They do deal quite a lot of damage when this happens. There we go. And we've got a gentleman, like a mini boss, although mini is not something that you would actually say about him. Again, I'll try not to use up any traps, but I'll definitely do everything I can to survive. Hit and run seems to be working pretty well with him. There we go. So the slow motion is not only when I actually deal damage, but it was triggered by me dodging as well. I think I've just gained another level, and we've got a visitor. Not good. And now you just pissed him off, didn't you? I do want to have a look at the chest first. And there is some loot. Leather, hard dust and tainted blood, and a chest. And I think that's enough for this first episode. Thanks a lot for watching. If you enjoyed it, please let me know this way or another. I will be uploading more. I intend to do a let's play of the entire playthrough. So if you are interested, please stay tuned for that, and I'll see you there.